I don't wanna say anything, cause if I do I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I'd lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shorts on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't wait for a single reason not to say goodbye. Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide? Don't know what to do anymore. I'm mad at options, nothing's working. I'm mad at service. Come help me now, I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying but can't scratch the surface. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I'd lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shorts on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't wait for a single reason not to say goodbye.
What's up? What's good, everyone? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Happy bank holiday to everyone. Hope everybody is well and okay. Hope everybody is feeling good, feeling happy, feeling energized, feeling sexy, feeling hard. Yeah, I hope everybody's feeling hard. I know I am. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very, very good. Everything is good. Everything is blessed. We leave it all to God. We leave it all to God to look after us. Manchester United versus Everton preview after a good win against Brentford. Not a win as in we scored loads of goals and etc. But it was a game that was very convincing. So I might be going a bit too much saying very, but it was convincing for sure. It was convincing. It was enjoyable. It was entertaining. It was money well spent. That's what I like to call it. Money well spent. That game was money well spent. And tomorrow I want the same. Tomorrow I want money well spent game. Let's have a money well spent game tomorrow. Shall we? Can we make that happen? Against Sean Dyche 4-5-1, long ball, set pieces. Can we play some good football tomorrow? Is the question. Because Christian Eriksen is back. Come on, Eriksen. Let's do the little celebration. You know the little penguin celebration that I do? We have to do it because Christian Eriksen is back. Big up to my guy Kev, Man United Van Cam as well in the chat. Big up to Double A who's in the chat as well. Welcome. Hope all of you guys are okay and good. Hope all of you guys are okay and good. Kev, hope you are well as well. Enjoying the evening, enjoying the weekend. Yeah, hope everything's good. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'll be very honest with you. I am looking forward to tomorrow. I'm excited for tomorrow. Everton is a tough game. Sean Dyche is a bully almost. The guy just goes around, bullying Premier League teams, and he's clearly done something with Everton, or he's trying to do something with Everton, even though Everton are in a relegation battle. They are in a relegation battle. Let's be honest. They are trying to stay up. which means smash and grab settings. They will be absolutely over the moon with the draw. They will be over the moon. They do not want to compete tomorrow. They do not want to go toe to toe with us tomorrow. Not away, anyways, right? They won't want to do that away from home, anyways. Tomorrow is all about Sean Dyche 4-5-1, long ball set piece, nick a goal, sit back, relax, enjoy your weekend. Off we go, boys. That's what it is tomorrow. 45 minutes up the road. Let's go to Old Trafford. Let's get a point. If we can, manage a set piece, go lock up shop, go home. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be tomorrow. And that's what where we need to step up. One of the most important concerns for us is chance creation. Listen, when you make chili and tortilla, you have to put the chili in the tortilla and then wrap it. And then you have to eat it. We're not getting the final product with we're not killing games off, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. We're not wrapping it up and then finishing it off. That's the problem. That's what we must do. We must wrap it up and finish it off tomorrow. Tomorrow is all about kill it off. Let's not do none of this, one goal and chill. I want 2 goals, 3 goals. Let's go home. That's because goal difference is important. We're only +5 in the league on goal difference, if I'm not mistaken. 7 now, yeah, 7. Are we 7? No, let me see. What goal difference are we? 42 takes 3. Yeah, 5 goal difference. Yeah, 5. It's not the best, is it? Not the best, is it? Look at Arsenal. Flipping hell. Look at City. Flipping hell. Look at Newcastle even. Flipping hell. Everybody's got good amount of goal difference. We don't. We're in the regions of like a Brighton, of a diabolical Liverpool, of more so a Brentford. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good for Manchester United level. Let's get up to a bit speed. Let's get 3 goals tomorrow against Sean Dyche. It's gonna be very hard. I know. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys, oh, tomorrow's gonna be an easy one and etc. Because absolutely no, I'm not gonna make that mistake, or else Granddad Ricky will come down on me and say, well, I told you so. But it's a game that we should look to win. It's a game that we should look to create some chances. They have some extremely creative players, one of them being called Iwobi, one of them being called Demari Gray as well. Big up Alien Tenor with the super chat, says we're clapping and rapping them toffees big time. Listen, Scousers are coming, man. The Scousers are coming home. Evertonians, as we like, Evertonians are coming home. And we got to clap them cheeks and send them off their way. There's no other word. There's just clap some cheeks, off you go. 2 clappings is enough. If we can get 3 clappings, I'm obviously happy. But 2 clappings, front and back, off they go on the motorway back home. Clapping and rapping. Yeah, we have to. Big up Woodward with the super chat as well. Thank you very much for the super chat, guys. Woodward says, still waiting for 4 goals. It's been too long. It has. I'll be honest with you, we do need a couple of goals from a game. This 1 goal thing, okay, Manchester United is like one of them. There's a stat that we have never lost a game going into first half if we're winning. We've never, it's been donkey years since that's happened. That can only tell you one thing. We're obviously very good in the second half if we score in the first half, but stats are there to be broken and stats are there to be, X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to look into that. Give me 1 goal in the first half, 1 goal in the second half. Let's do that. If we can play like the way we played against Brentford, then we can play the way we want to play against Everton. Crucial thing, one of the most important thing, Wout Weghorst has to stay out. Yes or no, comment down below. Wout Weghorst cannot see the pitch tomorrow. Please, I'll be honest. Let him come in 30 minutes, sprinkle some minutes in there, Salt Bay settings, off you go. I can't see Wout Weghorst starting. I can't, guys. Wout Weghorst starting. Listen, I'm not the one to, go overboard unless my team is doing bad. Team is doing good, so I'm not going to go overboard. But Wout Weghorst cannot start tomorrow. Also, Someone tell Martial's wives to chill out. Martial got a big season to finish. Two trophies up for grab. Someone tell Anthony Martial's wives to calm down, man. I don't need this headache. Tell the agent, tell the people, them, the representatives, yo, chill out, man. Chill out. Because we don't need this baby mama drama, please. I'll be very honest with you. We do not need baby mama drama. We need Anthony Martial concentrated and ready. Concentrated and ready. Finish the season strong. Adios, amigos. By the way, I hope Martial FC is not here. I hope he didn't hear that. But yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And it's a lot of, online, this, that. It doesn't help the player. If that is what we are seeing, imagine what's happening behind the scenes, guys. I'll tell you this. What you see on social media about Martial's, wife situation is only 30% of what's going on in the back. I will tell you that for free. 70% bigger shit is going on in the back. And guess what? It's affecting him. It obviously is affecting him. It obviously is going to affect him. Obviously. It's his two, one previous, one current partner. It's their family matter. Something's happened. Whatever it is, I wish them all the best and wish them, that they sort it out. That they sort it out. But it affects on the pitch, and we want to make sure this is just me making sure the health and well-being of Anthony Martial. It's important, it's important. He's our player. I want to make sure he's okay. He's okay at the moment, so I want to make sure he stays okay. That's my priority is Anthony Martial stays okay because I like him. Shit, did I say that? Sorry. I wasn't supposed to say I like him. Damn. Anyways, moving on. Yeah. Do you think Eriksen will get some minutes tomorrow as well? Just some maybe just like 10 minutes maybe. I don't think so though. I don't know. Ten Hag doesn't like to do. You can never tell. You can never tell with Ten Hag, man. Never ever. This guy just he surprises me every game. Can never tell. I'll tell you what though, I'm gonna do a poll, and I really want to know everybody's stance on this. Who starts tomorrow between these two? Right. Between these two players, who do you want to see start tomorrow? Please go down and drop your vote ASAP. I want to know. In my humble opinion, Scott McTominay should start tomorrow. Scott McTominay should start tomorrow. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Obviously, we're gonna do the lineup together in a second. Actually, let me let me just actually bring up the lineup anyways, and I'll just start building the lineup and going through this with you guys. Just give me a second. Let me just get this up. There we go. There we go. Right. Let's get this lineup up. And let's go through it together. There we go. Right. Obviously, I'm gonna change it because workhorse, at no cost can he start? It has to be Marshall. Yeah, rest is okay. I'd play Bisaka. I'd play Bisaka. Yeah, but I wouldn't even. I'd probably play like this because it worked last game. This worked last game. This exact lineup worked. David De Gea has to start, obviously. Get off David. If you've got a David De Gea problem, comment down below because I want to have it out with you. Oh yeah, Shaw's injured. Thank you, my boy, my beautiful boy. Malassia's playing. I need to give Malassia a new name. Maybe I don't know. What can I name? What can I name? What can I name? Like pocket chocolate? I don't know, because he's not tall, is he, Malassia? and he's not. He's short, but he's almost like he's a bit thick, isn't he? Like Snickers bar. I don't know. What could I name Malasia? Snickers, Galaxy, because he's smooth. I don't know. What could we? Hmm. Just thinking. Just thinking. What could we name Malasia? It needs to be something smooth, smooth, like Galaxy smooth chocolate, like because he's obviously a bit bulky, like the Snickers chocolate bar. I don't know. It needs to be something good. We need to figure out something good for him. But anyways, I'm not going down the Evra route. No, I'm not doing the Evra route and say no. He's the Evra and this, that, the other. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Uh, let me Baby daddy, my boy doesn't deserve this disrespect. His wife's are his problem. Big up to Michael. Big up to Kudus for joining as well. Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
1 second. I can't.
Yeah, I can hear Michael. I don't know. Can you hear him?
My side. Bear with me. There we go. It should be okay. Are you there?
Yeah, you hear me?
Your mic is just a bit low.
Better?
Yeah, just a bit low, but it's okay. I can hear you now. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, calm. How you doing, bro?
Griggy, talk to me, man. My lineup. Fazhag lineup. Is it good, bad? What you saying?
Yo, first of all, who's baby daddy? That's the first question.
You know who that
Cody
is?
Marshall.
I do know who that is, but why'd you put his name as that?
Because that's the guy who's making women run around on the motorways, on the highway. There's only one guy who could do that.
Mr. Marshall's not starting tomorrow, though. I think he's gonna go the same front three as he did against Brentford.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have the
Ooh.
same opinion. I think it's the same team. Bar Luke Shaw
Man.
for Malasia.
Maybe no Varane,
Okay.
maybe, because he played Sunday,
Uh,
Wednesday, so he might not play. But
I would like to see Lindelof next to Martinez though.
Your volume is a bit low as well, Kudus. But what did you say, Lindelof?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, no, I was just saying just because you were saying Varane might not play, I said I'd like to see Lindelof get a start because
Calm
he
down, calm down,
didn't
calm
do.
down. This is where we start going a bit this way and that way. We start going a bit this way. Let's keep things. What do you mean, Lindelof?
Yeah, because if you look at it, the last two games he's brought Lindelof on and he's gotten a few minutes and he didn't do too bad. So I mean, why
Sevilla.
not give
Think of
him?
Sevilla. Big game ahead next week. A massive game ahead next week against Sevilla. We must consider, the thickness of the games that are coming.
yeah, that's
so
why
rest,
Varane's.
so rest Varane.
No, I don't think I'm gonna rest anybody against Everton. It's too much of a risk. Am I wrong in saying that, Griggs?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not gonna be Lindelof though. It'll probably be Maguire if anyone's gonna come in because of the Everton height and everything. So it's gonna be anyone. It'll be like Maguire and Lissandro, I guess. I don't know.
But I've decided to go with this Bruno staying in the deep position, which I hope Bruno does get that deeper position. But are you guys in agreement with that?
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, Everton don't press as much, so it shouldn't be
Not
that bad.
against Onana,
I'd
but
nearly swap.
Everton, Onana, bro.
I'd nearly swap
Like,
Sabitzer and McTominay.
So what? You like it? You don't like it?
I'm fine with that midfield.
Yeah. Big up Double A as well. Welcome to the stream, Double A. Are you okay with this lineup?
I mean, McMahon's there, so no, straight away. But he's gonna play in it. I think he's mentioned the physicality of Everton, so that 100% means Scott's gonna play. I hear someone saying maybe Varane will drop out. I know, but he looks fit. I can see him playing 3 games. Would he want to play? Would he want to play Maguire though? I don't think so. But I think that's a good team. I think that'll probably be what the team is. Griggs was saying he thinks it'll be the exact same lineup. I'd go with that. I think, coming off a win.
I think, listen, tomorrow is very, very physical Everton, right? Onana, I really like Onana. Griggs knows. I've talked about Onana a lot before. I really, really fancy him. Tall, strong, number 8. I think he could be a good addition to our squad, and not as a starting player, but a squad. If you had to ask me between him and Tielemans, I'd pick Onana. Even though I'm a big fan of Tielemans as well on a free, of course. And then there's Idrissa Gueye as well, who's a top player. So they have a fairly energetic and strong midfield that we kind of you can't expect Fred to run around in there, because look, Fred will just get bullied. He will absolutely get slaughtered if we decide to put Fred in that midfield. And Sabitzer, on top of that, will have to do a lot of doggy dog work for him as well. What do you guys think?
I agree with that.
And then there's I think Decore is missing that game because of the red card, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Last game.
Yeah, he's missing the game because of the red card against Tottenham. Yeah, he's gonna miss that game. So it might be, what is it, McNeil? It might be McNeil in there with someone else. I don't know how he's gonna set out, to be honest. How do you think Everton set out, Griggs?
I don't know. Maybe we see James Garner in for Decore. Maybe, I don't know. Might do that.
Jimmy Garner.
Maybe he gives that. I don't know. McNeil's gonna sit on the left, so let me look at their team real quick. I'm trying to see.
Jimmy Garner, man. But then they've also got
Onana,
Tom Davies. You might see like Tom Davies.
Yeah. Tom Davies, yeah. I imagine it'll be them 3. Like you said, Faz, before, they're just going to sit back and frustrate the hell out of us and just play that low block all day long and want us to break them down. And, we saw in the second half on Wednesday, we struggled to do that so bad on that second half. It was really quite frustrating to watch in the stadium. I don't know how it looked on TV, but it seemed like a real slog in that second half, unfortunately.
But tomorrow, I think, the way they pack out the midfield and to maintain Iwobi, who's a fantastic footballer, who's re-established himself in the Premier League. He's rebranded himself as a wing back almost. And his press, he loves to carry the ball. He's good at crossing. He's good at beating his man. He's obviously, got a bit of flair. Same with Demari Gray, who's very direct as well himself. So these are strong, flary players. It's not going to be an easy game where, Brentford, they don't really have flary, techie players like that, like Everton do. But Everton play a lot of long ball, right? David De Gea FC. Rise up, David De Gea FC. A lot of hate on David De Gea FC. Tomorrow we're going to see long ball versus long ball. Ain't nothing wrong with that, is there, Kudus?
I think long ball's still a part of distribution. So if we're winning our first, second balls, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, is there? So, yeah, I think it'll be interesting. We just have to win our battles in the midfield against Everton. They're going to be physical. They're going to be strong. If we're playing long balls out, as long as we're winning them, I don't see an issue with it. So,
Martial loves a goal against Everton. Can't wait for my boy to ball.
Actually does.
Do you know? I actually wouldn't start Martial versus Everton. I'd bring him on.
Is it? Go on, talk to me. Why?
Yeah, because so far manager's been testing him out, giving him 30 minutes here and there, and I think he's more important against Sevilla. So maybe give him 45 minutes, give him 60 minutes, bring him on as opposed to starting him and then maybe he picks up an injury or we struggle then if he picks up a knock or something. So I'd kind of keep it as it is. And I think Ten Hag does do that when players are coming back from injury. He kind of embeds them back into the team, back into the physicality of it. So yeah, I'd probably bench Martial tomorrow.
Funny, Martial FC says Martial loves a goal against Everton. I mean, the last 2 times we faced Everton, it was Anthony who got goal back to back, right? So Anthony got a goal in the FA Cup against Everton, and Anthony got a goal against Everton in the Premier League as well. Could we see Anthony get a goal, tomorrow against Everton's backline, who, let's be honest, they're not the best backline in the world, with Keane in there, with Coleman, with Godfrey. Do you think Anthony could do a job on Godfrey, AA?
I think Anthony can do a job against anyone. It's just whether
Come
he has the
on,
impact.
that's it. Talk to them. I like this confidence.
He's chopped most of the defenders. Funny, I'm not dropping any clangers there or like any names here, but my brother cuts Godfrey's hair, so I did ask him to nick his hair a little bit and put him off for tomorrow.
I remember you telling me that.
I'll see if he's done it. But I love Anthony. Anthony's a really exciting player for me. Kind of player that gets you off your seat. We're not seeing that enough at Old Trafford in the last few years. So I want him to be on it tomorrow. I think a little bit of the second half. He was unlucky to come off yesterday on Wednesday. I think he was one of the best players. He had a strong performance. I'd like him to see him turn Godfrey inside out and hopefully one of these shots goes in that he's had 18 of on Wednesday. Hopefully he can put one in the top corner for us. Again, goals breed confidence. Not that he needs much confidence. He seems a very confident young man. But yeah, I'd love him to score. But I imagine you're going to see prime Barcelona in that back four tomorrow. I think Coleman, Tarkowski, Keane, and Godfrey will end up being Barcelona 2009. That's how it seems to go when these teams come to Old Trafford. When we're expected to batter them and put 3-4 past them, we ended up struggling and getting a 1-0 like we saw on Wednesday. So I think that could probably happen again.
Well, Griggs, talk to me. You're not. Griggs is about to cry. Griggs, why are they getting on to you about Anthony, man? Talk to me.
Bro, I didn't even say anything bad about him. He was actually decent on Wednesday, except for like the 55 finesse shots that he was doing. Every single time this guy cut inside and shot, and it was getting worse as it progressively shot more. Like it was going further wider and wider and wider. But I would just like the extra passing times. Sometimes not every day R1 circle. Sometimes just pass the ball, man. It's that simple. But nah, he's been better. He was good against Newcastle. He's probably our best player against Newcastle, and he was one of our better players on Wednesday. So I don't have a problem with him right now. So it's nothing bad. David De Gea though, I always got time for that guy. Always got time for that guy.
The only thing with Anthony, my only criticism is when he's bad, and I'm not seeing enough evolving in his game. It doesn't look like anything's changing. It's the same old. Yeah, a lot of the time it comes off. I need to see some more showing on his right foot, trying something different. I think eventually he's going to get his game read very easy. We saw what happened with Arsenal and Pepe, and I don't want it to go down that route. Do you know what I mean? And I need to see a bit more. Erik ten Hag's bringing out a lot in different players. Delo, even De Gea. People won't like saying that, but he's brought a lot more out of De Gea. Griggs isn't having it. Well, Anthony's one I need to see some development in very, very soon, I think. And a little bit of chopping it up and changing it for me personally. But I love the kid, and I'm a big fan, and I want him to do well at United, and I think he will.
Kudus, when did we buy Aaron Wan-Bissaka?
3.5 years ago. Was it that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did Aaron Wan-Bissaka, since we've bought him, has he been the best he's been this year?
No, I'd say this year has definitely been the best I've seen Wan-Bissaka. Definitely.
So this year, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been the best possible Bissaka he has ever been in a Man United shirt, and we bought him 3.5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
How old is Bissaka?
25,
25, I think.
Okay, so Bissaka's 25 years old. We bought him when he was 22 years old, and only now has Bissaka started to perform.
Yeah.
And you guys want to write off Anthony? You guys want to write off Anthony now? He's only 22 years old. Give him some time. You guys had so much time for these other players. You got no time for these new players. What's going on here?
I have a question though. It's not like Aaron Wan-Bissaka is like really that good though. Yeah, he's at his best, but he's still like not that good. It's not like he's some world beater.
Stop it. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is one of the best 1v1 right backs in
Defensive
the
right
world.
backs.
He was that 4 years ago though. It's not like that's improved. He was that same 1v1 defender 4 years ago.
Going forward, he's now improved
Eh,
his press
not really.
resistance. He's improved all of these things.
I think he's been the same to me, to be honest. It's slight improvements, if anything. I'm not gonna lie.
What if we flipped the
guys-
script and said Dalot, because Dalot in the past 2-3 years wasn't great defensively, but this year has improved, and his attacking hasn't really improved any better. It's kind of still the same. So, I mean, you can flip the script and put it that way, and then you'll see, yeah, Wan-Bissaka has improved.
Big up to Alien Tenno with the super chat. Says, Double A, I missed the yellow coat, bro.
Oh, man. This guy does not leave me alone about this yellow coat. You know what? Alien Tenno, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow for you, bro. I'll be there. I'm gonna wear it for you. I don't want you crying anymore. You paid to tell us that. So now you've forced my hand on you. I've got to wear it now. So
yes.
Even if it's scorching
really
in
wants
Manchester,
to see that yellow coat.
I'm going to be wearing the highlighter coat. Do you know what? It got me seen on the match of the day, so it must be decent. So
it's your lucky coat.
Yeah, man, I'll pull it out the wardrobe for you, Alien Tenno. No worries.
To be fair, if people don't know, Double A is the guy for your kits. Anything you want to know about kit and football tops and football jackets and etc., go and check out Talking Kit, Double A's channel. I definitely need to touch base with him because I'm a big fan of football kits, and I have no idea where to look. And he's obviously the guy who knows where to find all these retro, classic, vintage, rare kits. Make sure you go check him out. Big up Woodward with the super chat as well. Says counter for Mr. Griggs. Says Aaron Wan-Bissaka Champions League versus PSG.
I was like counter against me. I said he was the best. I said he was the same 1v1 defender he is now that he was 4 years ago. He's been the best one for the last 4 years. That's never changed. He was good against PSG, but then the next game he was probably shit. It's just Aaron Wan-Bissaka. It's just inconsistency. There's a reason why I want to sell him. It's not because he's if you was that good. If you're the best at something and we want to sell you, that means that you're probably very inconsistent at something, and that's attacking. He's been the same for the last 4 years.
I agree.
You guys never like your own players, do you? It's never enough.
What do you think?
It's
I love
always
Lisandro Martinez.
It's always something like more. Today I saw a tweet even that Lisandro Martinez has been getting ran through. I'm not going to say who the person is who made the tweet, but I saw a tweet that Lisandro Martinez has been run through numerous times and it's not spoken about enough. And there are better centre-backs out there in the world. For example, Militao, for example,
I know the tweet. Can I call him out?
Saliba.
I'm not gonna hide. There was some Zach kid, some Arsenal kid named Zach that said Mark Guehi and Adam Webster are the same level as Lisandro Martinez. Was that the tweet?
Yo, Arsenal fans are on something this week because I seen one of them comparing Saka being better than Robin. So if an Arsenal fan is tweeting, just ignore it.
The problem with rival fans when it comes to Lisandro Martinez is that everyone was so quick to write him off for his height. He's proven that's not a thing. So now they're scraping the barrels to find anything to throw. He's a World Cup winner. So now it's like, let's just find anything we can to scrape the barrel. When we know, as Manchester United fans who watch him every single week, he's one of the best defenders in the league, hands down. And that's undeniable at this point. So let them throw mud because, they've got one of their defenders has to spray paint hair on. So it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good with that.
Rival fans are always, especially Arsenal fans, they're so close to winning the league. They are obviously going to be doing that. Let me ask about just quickly, whilst we're here, Scott McTominay, he's had a really good performance against Brentford. But, looking back at the game, obviously, I watched it back a few times now. I don't actually think Scott McTominay had a good game. He just had a good game because everybody else had a good game and he looked good. He individually, Griggs, did he individually have a 8 out of 10 game? Because to me, it was still like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 game. It wasn't. It was okay. It was okay because others were doing good.
For his standards, it was an 8 out of 10. We gotta compare standards. I thought he was decent. He did his job. His job was to break up play a little bit. He did that. He made a couple nice blocks in the box, which is good. He was just there to match the physicality of Brentford, and he did that. So I'm never gonna expect Scott McTominay to do good on the ball. Even though, to be fair, when we were facing the pressure the last 10 minutes, he actually had a couple good ball carries where he kind of drew the foul to like kind of relieve some pressure off of us. So it was decent for Scott McTominay. He just needs to give me one more week until Casemiro comes back. And then that's it. That's all I need from Scott McTominay. And then in the summer, Eddie's Howe's Newcastle are calling him. They're ringing him up every single day. That 45 mil bid's going to come. And then we can say adios, goodbye, sayonara, au revoir, all the words.
Can I jump in? Because he had an average game. For United fans, I've had United fans telling me outside the ground that I'm clueless because I didn't think he was worthy of man of the match. People wanting to have him man of the match. I've had people on Twitter this week blocking me because of my opinions on Scott McTominay. Let's get it right. We've been feeding off scraps for 10 years when it comes to midfielders. We never replaced Keane. We've never replaced Carrick once he retired. We finally get a midfielder and we see what it's like in the promised land to have a midfielder that's world class or even above average. And then when you call players out who aren't good enough, you're the bad guy because you feel they're not good enough to play for your club, which I don't think Scott McTominay is because I want to see the best player and he's nowhere near that. He doesn't get in any other top six side for me in their midfield. So when he does the basics and he has an average game, he's heralded because he's so below average usually. When he does something that most midfield players should be doing anyway, it's seen as a great game for him. I think he's terrible. I went to the game with a Chelsea fan. He borrowed my spare ticket last minute. And I never watched Scott McTominay live. I said to him, you just watch Scott. You just watch Scott for 5 minutes and tell me what you think. In the first half, hiding, not showing for the ball, doing his usual thing. He had a couple of marauding ones, made some interceptions. That was pretty much it. But yeah, for me, it was an average game, and we'll see what he's like tomorrow because he probably will start.
Yeah, I might just jump in there. See, I think the Brentford and Newcastle game is the first two games where we've seen Ten Hag kind of do like a double eight pivot in the midfield with McTominay and Sabitzer.
Yeah.
So I was watching and I was kind of looking to see who drops deep, who goes forward, who makes their late runs into the box and stuff like that, and they were alternating it. One thing that really annoys me about McTominay is this kind of fake pressing that he does, where he can see obviously where the pass is going to. He makes the run towards the player, but then drops back, and then the player ends up getting the ball anyway, and McTominay is out of position, so to speak. And then when, say, because they're alternating eights, when Sabitzer was kind of more playing that box to box and getting into the opposition threat area, he created the assist for Rashford. So his output is even more than McTominay, who was playing as a 10 or a creative midfielder for Scotland and for us. So yeah, I just think McTominay he's definitely not United quality. If anything, I respect him more from having a bit of ambition if he wants to leave, because it means he wants to get regular game time and he wants to, play and be better. So thank you. But it's time to go. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about McTominay.
Yeah, look, McTominay, obviously reports have come out today that Scott McTominay has made the club aware that he wants to leave. Big up to Dan as well for donating 5 memberships. I appreciate you for donating the 5 memberships. Welcome to Thomas, who's now joined the membership. Welcome to David. Welcome to Mr. Popo. Welcome to DB Cooper as well. And welcome to Squeezy as well. Man, the 5 memberships just literally flew. So yeah, big up to Dan for gifting the 5 memberships. Really, really do appreciate you, Dan. And if you want to join the members only group chat, just drop me a little DM on Twitter, and I shall add you onto the members only group chat. So yeah, we've got the members only group chat that is very volatile, and it's like a zoo. In all honesty, the members only group chat is like a zoo, and it's like a jungle. So please be warned before you want to join the members only group chat. But yeah, thank you to Dan, of course, for the donations. Love and appreciate you guys that have been supporting the channel from day dot. Big up Pepperoni as well, who's in the chat. Says what did he say? I didn't even see his comment. There's so many comments. He said where is it? They said AAA Batteries is dead. Faz wanted McToenails to be captain in the past, innit? I don't know where you're getting what from. Faz, you passion merchant. I definitely am passionate. Heard Hussam calling you out. I actually had to defend you, bro. Man was dissing Scholes. What can I say about them, right? Double A. I mean, FSG out protest. They're busy ordering cup of teas from McDonald's. I don't know what they're doing, in all honesty. They're busy with McCafe meals when they've got FSG out protests. They flew a little plane above Anfield, and they're like, yay, we flew a plane. Oh my God, we flew an FSG out plane, guys. Yay. Like, we ain't been doing this for years and years. Oh, bless their little hearts. Bless their little hearts, man. A little mid-table team, trying to compete with the big boys. It is what it is. All I know is I'm going to Taksim Square. I don't know if a Liverpool fan is going to Taksim Square. I will be there, the Mbappe meme. I will be there. I shall be there. Guess what? I actually am going to Taksim Square for the Champions League final. And I am going to be looking for Liverpool fans. I'll be looking for Liverpool fans. Congratulations to Liverpool for winning their, local rivalry trophy this year, right? Kudus, the 7-0. Congratulations to them for winning that.
The 7-up trophy.
It is what it is. They just... They don't. The thing with Liverpool, they don't have their priorities right. Every single day is a new pointing finger at something else. They either point at Milner, then they point at Henderson, then they point at Elliott, then they point at Konate, then they point at Van Dijk, then they point at Hakpo, then they point at Klopp, then they point at FSG. Every single day they point fingers at someone. Nobody can tell me. I'm like, we know that our main problem is our owners. We've always said owners. But with them, it's every day. It's like, well, actually, the FSG structure works. Like that. I hear some Liverpool fans say that. Then some they say this. And the fact that this guy has something called football wars. Guys, they're in war within themselves. That should tell you as it is. I got bigger fish to fry. I got Budapest to go to. Right, Double A? I got Budapest.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm going to Wembley, man. Listen, my family are doing well as well. I am going to Wembley 5 times this season. Let that sink. 5.
Oh, let's knock on wood first.
5 times this season with Manchester United and also without Manchester United because of my family. So God is good. Everything is blessed on this side, man. Anyways, moving on to all the other chat. Big up to everyone with loads of chat. Mohammed says the best performances of Bruno I've ever seen was playing double pivot 8s alongside very techie player like Pogba with a DM like Matic. We need quality box-to-box player. What do you think of that? I mean, Double A. I personally think Bruno Fernandez's bread and butter is the number 8 position. Do you think I'm wrong?
No, I don't actually. And I think I actually give him my man of the match on Wednesday. I think he was. I think first half he was brilliant for me. We often criticize Bruno for not taking the game by the scruff of the neck, and I know he was getting a lot of flack after Sunday, rightly so, as a lot of players should, because it was terrible. But I think he played like a captain in that first half, especially on Wednesday. I think he was really looking to take the game by the scruff of the neck, have that impetus, drive the team forward, and look to create. I was very impressed with him. Second half, I think the whole team just kind of tailed off a little bit, and like I said before, it was a little bit frustrating. But I think I would personally like to see. We've not seen Eriksen in the 10 yet. Put Eriksen in the 10. Casemiro alongside Bruno. Let's see how that works. I have him as an 8. Get him driving forward. And we'll see what we can do there. I think, again, like you said before, Faz, United fans love to hate their own players. It's bred within the fan base for some reason. You know, maybe a bit, I've been guilty of that myself in terms of certain players. But you know, Bruno Fernandes came in and pretty much saved us when he came in that January, and I think he deserves a little bit more respect than what he gets. I'd like to see that. I like to see him transform a little bit into an 8 and go from there and see what kind of player he turns into. But the signs are good. If he's anything like Wednesday, the signs are very good for him. Let's say that.
What do you think about this, Griggs? Bruno Fernandes in an 8. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of love around Bruno Fernandes, but you know, rival fans, for example, Pep's pepperoni porridge will say his bread and butter should be bench. He cannot be your plan A next year. He should be an impact sub if you want to win the Premier League. Facts, Faz. That's what he's saying.
No, I mean, long term, do I think Bruno is the perfect solution? No, but that's like 3-4 years down the line. I think he's
so you
good
think
right
Bruno
now.
Fernandes can be in this squad when he's 32 years old?
I think in the third year, 3 years from now, I think he'll start getting phased out more. But within the next 2 to 3 years, I think he's going to be a main cog. This is supposed to be the prime years of his life, of his career, the 28 to 32. That's supposed to be your prime years. I liked his role on Wednesday. Do I think if Brentford pressed him more, would he have had the same performance? No, because we saw against Newcastle, when he gets pressed, his brain rewires and he's like, hoof it. But we saw on Wednesday when he's not getting pressed, he can actually do the simple passes. His pass accuracy, probably until like the 85th minute, was like in the high 90s. So he knows how to do the keep it calm, keep it ticking, which is kind of frustrating because I've been waiting to see that for the last 3 years. But it's good to see that he could do it. I kind of like that double H role though, with the box to box. If you kind of look at the midfielders we've been linked with more lately, it's more box to boxes. We haven't really been linked with a deep line playmaker like De Jong. Boy, De Jong. De Jong's like the only one that's of that ilk that we've gotten linked to. Otherwise, you've seen the McAllister links. That's a box to box. Him and Bruno could keep alternating the 8 to the 10, kind of how Eriksen and Bruno should be doing for the rest of the season. Caicedo is a box to box hybrid 6-8. He could do that. Lavia, he could do that as well. So I think Ten Hag will continue doing the double 8s, which is why I've said in the midfield, I think he's going to go the kind of physicality 8 route, box to box, next to Bruno and next to Casemiro, instead of this techie, De Jong, maybe like Maxence Coqueret, Enzo Lafitte kind of players, which a lot of people want. But I don't think Ten Hag would do that because I think before he goes the super uber technical route, maybe later down the line, he wants to prioritize the physicality of the team first, off the ball, be just as good as on the ball. And there's so many good box-to-box 8s in this world football right now. Like Lavia and Caicedo, Ugarte, those kind of players, there's so many of them now that Man United probably can't miss out on one. We should go get one right now and kind of set up short because those kind of midfielders can also take over Casemiro, which for me, Casemiro, probably by the end of maybe, not next season, but maybe halfway through the year after, will start getting phased out as well because his age will start showing. You've already seen it that there's some games when he gets leggy, he's kind of looks a little washed in a sense, but he's still so good, locker room leader and everything. So I kind of like that Bruno double 8 role. I think that's what we should do instead of playing with like a pivot DLP 6 next to Casemiro and then Bruno, because then Bruno's the only chief creator then that kind of limits you because you need someone else next to Casemiro that can also create, which is what Eriksen did with the 7 assists. That's the thing. I think that's like third in the Prem or something like that. That's the route that Man United should go for, in my opinion.
What about you, Kudus? Look, Bruno Fernandes, and as much as he's a rival fan, I mean, he is speaking some sense here when he says Bruno Fernandes is 28, going into 29 years old. He's in his prime, so there's no developments here to be made. There's nothing addition to be made, but he's saying he's not good enough. United standards must be higher, right? I shouldn't care, but I speak facts. Look, let me be honest. I'm not comparing Bruno to Modric, but I'm using it as an example. Luka Modric won 21 trophies after leaving Spurs at 27 years old. Let that sink in.
Yeah, well, that is true, Faz, though, but you have to understand the quality of Modric, especially in terms of a football brain. I don't think Bruno possesses
at
that because you
27
don't.
years old, he did not have he was not rated for his football brain. Am I lying, Double A? When he left Tottenham, they did not rate him for his football IQ, right?
I think he was a classy footballer at Spurs. I think I think people would if you look at the same age, people would take Modric over Bruno. I think if you look
Yeah.
back at what Modric was doing and playing, he had more of an IQ than what
Bruno
Bruno had
does
in
right
certain
now. Yeah.
situations, like Greg was saying. You know, when he's pressed, when he's in a hurry, it's like it's a bomb and he has to get rid of it as quick as he can, which often
Yeah.
leads to us turning the ball over. So I would say I agree with what you're saying. He wasn't highly rated as what he is now, but I think he had all the elements there to be the player that he is.
Yeah, but
See,
Modric at 27 years old, Kudus, when he left, as much as he had great IQ, he went into God mode of midfield when he went to Real Madrid. He was classy, but he wasn't this level. This
yeah,
is,
but
I'm talking, but obviously Ballon d'Or Modric here. You know what I'm
Modric,
saying?
yeah.
Nobody predicted this.
I
Nobody
mean,
predicted this of Modric.
if we want to look at if we want to look at Bruno's progression from what he was doing in Sporting, um, when he came to United, I would have expected at least a level up from that, or in terms of footballing IQ, because again, you're playing a better standard of football, you're playing a better league, so I expect you to improve in your footballing IQ as well. Now, while he has done that a bit, he doesn't have that kind of that controllability, say, especially if you put him in the middle of the pack next to Casemiro or whoever, to dictate tempo or to just keep things calm on the ball, just keep things simple and keep it moving. And as you get older, those are the kind of things that kind of stick with you while you play football, and you just do them. They're just your bread and butter. I still see Bruno sometimes being erratic on the ball when he's being pressed, and although I'm not Bruno's biggest fan, I wouldn't say, but the past two games I have liked what I've seen, because the criticism I've given Bruno about ball carrying and being composed on the ball and just taking your time with your passes, not everything flair, because all the times it's always hoof the ball, flair outside of the foot, but he's done the simple things and just kept it ticking, and we can see it's really benefited the team. So who knows? I mean, Ten Hag seems like a miracle worker. Who knows? He might be able to instill that footballing IQ in Bruno, but like the comment said, Bruno is, getting from his prime to the decline. So do we have time to teach him in the next 2 years? Is it worth teaching him in the next 2 years? Or do we go get someone young who already has that level and we can improve on? These are the questions. But yeah, I was happy with his performance anyway. The past two games, really happy. Sabitzer in that midfield, I think, is underrated next to him, because I've seen Bruno and McTominay in that midfield, and it's chaos. But Sabitzer kind of kept things a bit more calm and controlled, and yeah, the two eights partnership really worked nicely. Yeah, so like Double A said, when Casemiro does come back, I would like to see Bruno next to Casemiro on that eight, because obviously Bruno is more energetic than Eriksen, and he can run up and down, play that box to box role. And I'd like to see Eriksen around the 10 edge of the area role, kind of dictating the attack. And especially when we're playing against low block teams, Eriksen can pick out passes that are just unbelievable. And I think Greg said he's 7 assists, is the third highest in United, and he's been out for 2-3 months. So you can already see what he can do deeper in the midfield. I'd like to see him a bit further up, like he did with Inter, like he did with Spurs, like that kind of Eriksen, and yeah, we could really be cooking by then. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Sorry, Faz, can I just jump in on just to jump on the back of that in regards to Bruno a little bit? I think when Bruno first come to United in that January, we saw the real Bruno, and I think what's happened is, and what has happened with a lot of players that come to United in that Ollie period, he became a product of his environment, no coaching, lack of leadership, and we've seen a decline in him, as we did with every single player. Luckily, I think, like you say, I can't disagree with the age thing being against him, unlike players like sort of Rashford and stuff. But a lot of players have lost a couple of years from their career in due to being underdeveloped under managers. I think if there is a manager for me that can get it out of him, it definitely is Ten Hag. And I think we've seen a massive improvement from Bruno personally from the last couple of years. Yes, we still have them stinkers and stuff like that. But I think overall, and the comments there coming in saying we need better, we need this, we need that. No one's saying Bruno's the greatest midfielder in the world, and we die for him or whatever. Do you know what I mean? He's another player that plays for us. And a lot of us want to back him because of what he's done since he's been here and been an important player in his team. He's now the captain. So I back him until he goes. And I think he will be phased out, but he still has an important part to play for the team at this moment in time. So while he's here, we want the best out of him. And if there's a manager that can do it, and I think that is Ten Hag. So yeah, I rate him. But I think that's probably a reason why we've maybe seen him tail off a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, look, Bruno Fernandes is a really good player, but I think eventually we will need to look for someone who's better on the ball, because that's what Ten Hag system is. It's possession-based football, and Bruno Fernandes is not always the best player when it comes to possession-based football. His press resistance is not good. He can't turn with the ball like even Fred can. He can't carry the ball as confidently as McTominay can. It's weird, and this is not me giving props to Fred and McTominay. This is just me highlighting some of the attributes that they have, and even you guys will agree. Fred can turn with the ball better than Bruno.
By the way, the replacements at home, by the way, the long-term Bruno replacements at home. He's sitting right now. He's playing in Sunderland. Amad Diallo, that number 10 spot.
Calma.
It's coming to him, bro. It's coming to him. I'm telling you, bro. When Bruno starts getting phased out, it's coming to Amad. You saw that performance today for Sunderland? Nah,
Yes.
bro. That's different. That's a talent that we haven't had in a decade in terms of the attackers. That kind of like profile. We don't. Man United don't get those kind of profiles. Those kind of profiles play at Barcelona, Man Cities of the worlds. They don't really play at Man United. And Amad Diallo is that difference, and he's that long-term guy. I'm telling you.
Let me raise this comment from DB Cooper. Thank you very much, DB Cooper, for the comment. Says, can I ask everyone why they seem to think selecting Fred over McTominay is some sort of magic potion to winning matches? The meltdown every time McTominay is selected baffles me. Who wants to answer this one? Why?
Because I'd rather take Samba over McSamba. That's why.
Wanting to select Fred over McTominay.
Because see, when Fred's on the ball, you get energy. You get someone who'll actually chase down players. You get someone who wants to get involved. Either it's attacking or defending. He's going to run for you for days. When McTominay plays, you get fake energy. You get someone who's hiding. You get someone who, even defensively, I don't think he's that great. Even his carrying of the ball isn't that great because he carries the ball a few yards and then he loses it. So, and it's clear to see in the past few games when Fred has come on, we either get an assist or a goal or he creates something, makes something happen. When McTominay's come on, it's just there's no oomph, there's nothing there. So I mean, it's clear to see if you watch us play that Fred is better than McTominay, miles better than McTominay.
Yeah. Simply put, they're both limited players, but one's less limited, and that's Fred for me. He offers more. He offers a lot more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, one thing I've noticed, and obviously, as you guys know, I go watch a lot of youth football. I see Kubimayo do this one thing that I've seen Frankie de Jong do, but I see Kubimayo do it a lot, and I've never seen Scott McTominay do it. Right? Watch this. He does this.
Is it the drop of the shoulder?
The ball. He looks.
Yeah.
He moves. He asks for the ball. He passes the ball. Look, move. Ask for the ball. McTominay does not do this. McTominay does not.
By the way, every single midfielder does this. Every single midfielder not named McTominay does that.
He'll go here.
Yeah.
He'll turn.
Yeah.
He'll go there. He'll turn and he'll go back there. That's all he does.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
I've seen Kubimayo pass, scan, move. I'm ready. Pass, scan, move. McTominay does not do this at all.
No.
At all. It's just.
Bro, I'm not liking this Alma slander in the chat, by the way. I'm not liking this Alma slander in the chat.
There shall be no Ahmad slander allowed in the chat.
There's no slander, but there shouldn't be also too much hype. There shouldn't be too much hype. Let's be honest. We know what Ahmad is doing is very good. He's doing it in a Sunderland, which is a tough. They're in a tough league, but I'm not gonna gas Ahmad up any more than he needs to. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Is have a good season. He's having a good season. He's doing positive things. He needs to go on another loan. He's not, for me, he's not just ready to be put into.
Bro, I hate this loan thing. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this loan thing, man. Like, bro, if you look at who's going to be Bruno's backup next year. Donny Van de Beek. Are we really going to sit here and tell me Donny Van de Beek is a better footballer than Amad Diallo? Let's be serious, man. Let's be serious. Let's be serious, man.
We can't send him out on loan. I mean, he was playing in Italy. He's gone out on loan to Rangers. Now he's gone out on loan to Sunderland. I mean, either we give him game time at Manchester United, or we just sell him. There's no point in sending him out on loan again.
No, I'm fine with the loan thing. If Ten Hag's not gonna play him, then I'm fine with the loan. But it has to be like a top level Premier League loan. Like if Burnley want him, for example, since they got promoted today and they play good possession football, I'm fine with Ahmad going the 1 extra year on loan. But this physicality, muscle up thing, bro. Fred gets ragdolled by DeMar Gray every week. No one says that he needs to muscle up. It's a winger. I don't want my winger to look like heavyweight, like Mike Tyson. His best attribute is his agility. If he muscles up, he loses part of the agility. And he doesn't get shrugged off the ball easily. Yes, he's very light, but he knows how to protect the ball. Something like Sancho, for example, he don't know how to protect the ball with his first touch. Is so loose. Amad Diallo, he has a low center of gravity. The greatest player of all time is 5'7" and like 120 pounds in Lionel Messi. I promise you, if the Premier League fans, when 19-year-old Messi was around, would have probably send him on loan to Chesterfield or something like that because he's 5'7" and he's weak. Bro, it's a winger. It's a hybrid 10 right winger that's skinny, short, but he's so good on the ball that it minimizes those weaknesses.
We know Griggs can go all day talking about Amad Diallo.
Because he's special, bro. That's a special player.
I agree with him because if we look at like even if I mentioned Bernardo Silva or David Silva, those kind of small players with low center of gravity who know how to move the ball, carry the ball, have speed, agility, they don't lose their balance on the ball, and they can create. They're special players that we do need to give them a chance. And I mean, I think Amad's the only one. Amad and Pellistri, I would say, are the only two that I feel have that in them. So yeah, no, we definitely do need a backup for Bruno. Ahmad does have to, even if he's just there for competition, if he sits on the bench, I'm fine with it because when like Bruno's been playing God knows how many games, how many minutes. If Bruno gets injured, God forbid, or gets tired, then at least we have something to bring on. And the Donny stocks are low right now. I'm not selling them yet, but they're very low right now. So yeah, I'd agree with Griggs.
This might be a bit wild, but I think if Ahmad takes everything he's learning at Sunderland, and let's be honest, the Championship is one of the toughest leagues and definitely a league you want to cut your teeth in, and you come out a better player. Anyone who's done it, you look at Beckham and all these United players that went there. If he takes it all in, and what we've seen and the talent he's got, and if he's got a great head on his shoulders, I think there's a chance next season he's more ready for Premier League football and can be more consistent in Premier League football than Garnacho. Because I see a lot of inconsistency in Garnacho. And I think if he takes it on, he could be just as consistent and start a lot more games than him.
I think Ahmad's a better player than Garnacho, but I think Garnacho has more X factor because of his profile. He has that goal scoring prowess that Ahmad doesn't have yet. But just if you put all their attributes together, Ahmad is far, far superior. But Garnacho is just a goal scoring winger. He knows where the back of the net is. Ahmad doesn't do that. But once we start phasing into more a consistent possession based team, Ahmad fits that perfectly. Bro, this guy does not lose the ball. His one-touch play has been amazing since he was 18 years old. He's always had that. We've seen him play Premier League football, by the way. It's not like he's never played Premier League football. We saw those 2 games that he had against Wolves and against Leicester in that late season. He was one of the best players on that pitch.
Pre-season against Liverpool as well.
Pre-season hype, bro. Do you care? I care more about Premier League football than pre-season and Bangkok where they played. Let's be serious.
Well. He's played Europa League football, and
bro, his first game he scored a goal in Europa against AC Milan. Europa League game.
So he does have the experience there and the qualities there. It's just about the opportunity now, and I think
he just needs to trust in the manager.
Yeah,
he just needs 10 Hag shots. And if he has a good preseason, why shouldn't he stay, bro? If he has a better preseason, let's say Jadon Sancho, why should he go on loan, and why is Jadon Sancho still at the football club?
The good thing with Ten Hag is that he gives players a chance. We all thought Wan-Bissaka was dead in the water at this club when it went in the summer. He didn't want him here. Redemption arc. He's back. Pellistri was another one. We was told all through December. His agent was saying he's going. He's looking for a move. He's now came back into the team, and a lot of fans are wanting him to start. I think if Ahmad has pre-season with us, goes over to America and balls out, good chance he starts he's in the squad for the Premier League first game of the season, and I hope that happens. Again, Manchester United are known for he's not our youth player, but he is a youth player in aspects. They're always there in the squad, and there's no reason why he shouldn't be. I think he's got, like Greg said, all the attributes to be a top class player. United should be the ones to give him a chance. Why give him another Premier League team fighting for relegation or mid-table? Get him in the squad, Champions League experience, get him balling out.
100%. I agree.
You're muted, I think.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Faz.
You've muted, Faz.
You're muted.
You're going.
Faz, you're muted.
Faz, you muted, bro. Has he muted
Man, I
us
just
as well?
spoke about 5 seconds. It's probably some
Yeah.
BS.
Yeah, I was saying, I just went on mute because I just wanted to stay quiet whilst you guys like clear it out, clear what you saw. I just went on mute. Look, first thing first, you have to deserve the shirt. To deserve the shirt, you have to be showing that in a training session, week in, week out, under Ten Hag's watch, not in a championship side. You could have a 13, 14, 15 GA championship side, does not make you worthy to wear the Manchester United shirt. It doesn't. It might make you worthy to be in the squad. Yes. Okay, cool. Now, Amad Diallo comes back from loan, starts training. If he cannot maintain and sustain the pressure from ETH, it's not happening. And example, what do you call? Exhibit 1, Mohamed Kudus, benched and kept in the dark by ETH. And he was firing them times there as well. Exhibit 2, Gravenberg, kept in the dark by ETH, but very, very slowly brought into the Ajax squad. And when he was brought into the Ajax squad, he really, really broke through. Exhibit 3, Lisandro Martinez. When he brought Lisandro Martinez to Ajax, he actually didn't use him much. He actually kept him cold, kept him on the bench, made him chill out, made him watch the games, and then slowly brought him out. All of these players have somewhat of a common denominator or somewhat of a thing, which is, he likes to bring his players around 22 years, 23 years of age. That's when he feels that the player is mature enough to be coming in. That age, that tender year of 22, where they're not old enough, but they're not young enough. It's just ready to go on to the next phase. But then, now here's where your argument is. If you're good enough to be in Manchester United. Don't matter the age. Wayne Rooney, Ronaldo, Scholes, Beckham, yada, yada, yada. We've been there, whatever, right? You're good enough. Now, is Amad Diallo good enough? Yes. Is he good enough for Manchester United? I don't know. I have to see him in Manchester United. Reason being is you can sit here and say such a player, such a player, such a player. But the fact is, Amad Diallo hasn't played. Listen, we know the levels. Like playing for Manchester United isn't 6th gear, isn't 7th. This is 8th gear, cruise control, different level. We're talking different level.
Yo, I'd get that if it was 2012 though. I get that if it was like 15 years ago, but we're not the same Manchester United. This isn't a team with Roy Keane, Ryan Giggs in it.
I'm not comparing Amad to Giggsy and all of them. I'm
saying this Amad, ready for Manchester United thing for me is bogus these days.
Look, Garnacho has been brought into the squad firstly because we lacked squad depth. That's the most important thing. Alejandro Garnacho did not come into Manchester United because he was good enough. I repeat, he didn't. He came into Manchester United because
I kind of disagree.
This is factual information.
I kind of disagree because he was already groomed to come into the squad from the season before.
I think for me, I think it was attitude problems. I think the attitude problems were held him back.
Okay, look at the players we took on. Alejandro Garnacho didn't even do much on preseason.
Yeah, because his attitude, he was late to shit.
But he was, but the fact that he went to preseason means he was actually groomed the year before. Because I remember, was it the FA Cup?
No.
He was already ready for that.
Academy players go on preseason. That's box standard thing.
Yeah.
On preseason, you take like 40 players.
Yeah.
You take everybody. Don't matter whoever's available, you take everybody on preseason. Alejandro Garnacho, just like Marcus Rashford, was not brought in based on their quality. They were brought in because of squad depth or players missing. Marcus Rashford's debut for Manchester United was because Anthony Martial was injured on warm-up. This is factual information. Alejandro Garnacho was brought in because we lacked players further up the field, and then he was given his moment, and he started. He grabbed his opportunity with two hands, and the rest is history. And that's what happened. Because the same reason why Kobe Mayo was introduced, Zidane Iqbal was introduced and told, "Off you go back, son. Off you go back." I watched Kobe Mayo play for Manchester United in the first team. Please forgive me, I don't remember that name, but it was a cup game.
Charlton, wasn't it?
Charlton. Kobe Mayo looked very basic. He looked like, oh my god, I'm in first team under the lights. Maybe the pressure got to him. He wasn't. Look, he didn't make any mistakes. He didn't stunk it up. But there is a level that not me and you, that Ten Hag has.
I mean, to be fair, midfield for me is the hardest position to break through because you need first of all, you need experience to show up because you need to be able. That's the only way you can learn in midfield.
So I think the thing here is, would Ten Hag give Ahmad that chance? Because from what I've seen of Ahmad, especially in the United shirt, I haven't seen him play very bad. He's impressed me in the United shirt. So the question is, can he impress Ten Hag in the United shirt? And if he does, then I don't see him going out on loan or being sold. I mean, he's going to be there to fight for a place in the squad.
I'm just saying, for a team that lacks goals, which we really lack goals, you could bring someone that can create and score goals.
Creativity, and we struggle to create, and he's there doing it for fun. So if he
want Amad Diallo to come in and sit on the bench for.
I agree with that. That's what I say, bro. If Ten Hag says he's not playing games, then loan him out. That's fine by me.
That's what's going to happen. He's going to come in.
It goes back to the very first thing I said, Faz, because you were talking about he only gives chances to people who do well in training. The first thing I said when talking about him is he needs to take on board what he learns this season, because if he does that, it's going to set him up to be a great professional footballer in the top league. Because he's learning every day. You're learning stuff in the Championship you don't learn in the Premier League. So I think he has to do that. That's the most important thing. If he goes into training pre-season in the summer with that on board, I think he'll rip up some trees, and I think Ten Hag will find it hard to ignore him because he's got something over Pellistri and Garnacho in that he's been an important player for a Championship team, play week in, week out.
Let me just ask quickly. Just give me the number. What number do you see Amad Diallo play for Manchester United? Griggs?
What do you mean, like one number?
What, 8, 11, 7?
Oh, position. 10.
Okay, 10. Kudus?
Is there a number between 10 and 8?
Okay.
I'd say 10.
Okay. In all honesty, modern day football, there is no 10s.
It's like attacking 8, whatever.
Fluid, very
attacking 8.
Yeah, because freaking we have Anthony Santos play 10 at times during games. Double A, what position do you see Ahmad play?
See, I think he could play, like we've seen him play sort of false 9 up top for United already. I think he could play anywhere across the front 3-4 positions. I think it's where he's needed. If you wanted to pin him down, I think I agree with Griggs, really, sort of a floating, attacking 8 more.
Right. So let me ask you. Let's stay with this double A. Right, number 10. How old is Amad Diallo?
20.
He's 20.
Okay. How old is João Felix?
23. Is it?
At 23 years old, will Amad Diallo be a better player than what João Felix is now?
Yes.
I would say probably not, and do you know why? Because João Felix was given the chances that Amad Diallo hasn't been given at a big club. You look at João Felix straight into Benfica.
João Felix is disgusting.
I'll tell you why. Can I explain to you why Amad Diallo is better? Do I tell you why Amad Diallo is better? Do I tell you why? I'll tell you why. Bro, João Felix is the perfect comp player. Do you know this guy has created one big chance for Chelsea since his loan move? Conte came back and created more big chances.
That's all you do.
João Felix was brought into Chelsea to create and score goals. That's why he was brought in. He wasn't brought in to do step overs and elasticals, bro. This ain't FIFA Street, bro. He was brought in to be.
I'll be honest with that, right? So we obviously know João Felix has got abundance of quality, but if we look at both in Atletico and both in Chelsea, he's not doing the job he's been brought in.
He's inefficient.
Yeah, and there was a lot of hype behind him, especially coming from Benfica. I think it was 120 mil
Well,
signing at the time, and he's not delivering. And I mean, if we can have that standard for other players that aren't delivering, I think we should put Felix in the same boat.
well,
But
of course,
notwithstanding, his quality is amazing.
but Chelsea aren't delivering. If you put João Felix in United's team, if he went to Arsenal, he'd be balling out. He'd be bagging for fun. It's again a product of his environment. He's going to a team that are all over the gaff, and I think.
I mean, that's the same with us, though. I mean, we don't create
Ahmad
either. So
won't be better. Ahmad
but
won't be
we
better.
don't create either. So would that not stand for Felix
But
as well?
I think he comes in and creates in that 10. If he's that 10 and Bruno's at the 8 where we've seen him playing, him and Bruno would link up amazing. It'd be balling out. But I don't think Ahmad will be better than João Felix at 23.
Also, is Ahmad right winger? Ahmad is not a right winger. If you look at where he's playing for Sunderland this season, which has been his breakout year for loan, Tony Mowbray took him away from the right wing about 15 games in, and he started playing him as his free roaming 8-10. He's just playing all over the pitch, and that's where he's cooking. He's not quick enough to be a right winger because his close control is really good. His close sprint speed acceleration is really good, similar to Anthony. But 1v1 down the line, Ahmad's not beating you. He's not that quick. That's why I don't think he's a right winger. If he's gonna be a right winger for Man United, it's gonna be the same thing as Anthony. We need a Frimpong where they consistently overlap for them to create the angles. Otherwise, he's not your traditional winger. That's why I think Garnacho is more ready in the sense the X factor, because Garnacho will take his man down the outside or down the inside and create that goal. Ahmad's not like that. Ahmad will be like Anthony, like the Sanchos. If Ahmad's gonna succeed at Man United, that means Ten Hag will have to have that perfect system ready, similar to Anthony. That's where Anthony's gonna start playing better too. Players around them where they could bop off the ball, one touch, two touch, one touch, 1-2 touch. That's what it'll be. So he's not a right winger for me.
For me, right, and I'm not comparing in terms of quality, but I'm comparing more in terms of position of how they play. If you see how Kevin De Bruyne plays in City, that position in the midfield that he takes, kind of midfield, right mid, right wing, whatever it is you want to call it, that's exactly what I see Ahmed could do for us. Kind of not necessarily a 10, but that right hand side of the midfield, creation, tracking back, taking on players, all that kind of stuff is what I think Ahmad could really, really flourish for us. And then it becomes a thing of what do we do with Anthony? What do we do with our ace? All that kind of stuff. So yeah, Ten Hag has a lot to think about if he does want Ahmad to flourish in that team.
Honestly, I think Ahmad and Anthony can play together. If you get
100%.
If you get a box to box 8, Casemiro and then Ahmad with Anthony, I think they can play together.
I think so. Yeah. And we know Anthony's his man, so Anthony's not going anywhere. I don't think.
Yeah, he spent 100 mil.
How good Ahmad is, if Ten Hag puts him through Ten Hag pressure cooker. If Ten Hag puts him through the pressure cooker, and he don't survive, it's long day. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he'll just go
and all of this.
Oh, if you don't make it at Man United, is what it is. He'll just go to another club in Europe and just succeed there. That's fine. He has the talent to succeed otherwise.
And also, by the way, like I said yesterday, I was saying on Twitter, it's okay to sell players. It's okay, by the way. Hello.
I mean,
it's okay.
He's also 20 years old, so if you don't make it this year, he can make it in 2 years. He has plenty of time.
Will Ten Hag give him that?
Look at this comment.
Yeah, I don't know about Kant.
I don't know about that.
I can't believe this.
Manchester
United fans.
Bro, they're spilling me the guy, bro. Talking about transfer market, bro. You think I care about what transfer market says about position? Watch the game with my eyes. My eyes tell me that Ahmad's not playing right wing. That's what more important than what some website talks to me that funds agents and shit like that. I don't give a shit about what transfer market says.
He's definitely not playing right wing.
Right. Anyways. Enough of the Ahmad talk. Score prediction. Let's start with you, Greg. Score prediction tomorrow.
2-0.
Okay. That's a decent score. 2 goals. Double A.
Do you know what? I'm feeling positive, which is not like me when it comes to Manchester United sometimes, especially against Everton at home. I've been burnt more. I'm gonna go 3-0, Faz. Yeah.
3-0.
The boys are gonna come good. Rashford's gonna be on it. Anthony's gonna be on it. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I don't predict goal scorers either, but Jadon Sancho is my boy, and he's gonna come straight from South London, turn it on, smoke these fake blue scousers, and get subbed at 60 minutes. No, I'm joking. He'll score a goal. Jadon Sancho's going to score 3-0. Come on, let's have it.
Okay, 3 goals. Kudus.
Yeah, I'm going the same as double A, 3-0. Everton don't score. We're at home. We're gonna have possession. We're just coming back off a 1-0 victory after not scoring in 2 or 3 games in the Premier League. So I expect the boys to go out there confident, ready for the game, and just kill it off 3-0.
Okay. Shall I do a score prediction? My score prediction for tomorrow is, I think, will be 2-0. We're still not as creative in the final third as we need to be. Jadon Sancho is there, but Jadon Sancho is not creating as much chances. He gets the odd goal and he gets in the right position, but we need to create opportunities. Marcus Rashford, in essence, as much as Sir Alex has said, the gaffer, whoever has said he's not a striker, at this point, we have no option but to let Marcus Rashford be the striker.
Speaking of that, I better never see number 27 again. Never. That guy should not be allowed in Old Trafford grounds ever again. Never, ever.
Not even as a groundsman. No.
Not even as never ever, bro. 20 games we had to witness. 20 games with that guy, bro. 20 games I had to witness him.
Watch him start tomorrow. Bang 2 goals. The United fan base changed.
No, bro.
But listen, guys, you're being too harsh because he's available and he runs around. Surely that's enough for Manchester United. You're forgetting
he presses.
I can't believe,
bro. 20 games.
They're the 2 things I got told was amazing about Weghorst is that he's available and he runs around. That's the barometer now of Manchester United strikers. I can't wait to see the back of him. I hope
I have a countdown on my phone, by the way, when his loan.
I'd rather have Ighalo, and I couldn't stand Ighalo at United. So
Faz, what's gonna happen when Ten Hag says, "I want to keep Weghorst for next season"? What's this fan base gonna do?
What's this fan base gonna do? What?
TikTok.
If Ten Hag comes out now and says, "I want to keep Weghorst for next season,"
no. Listen, I might start going crazy.
He's already hinting at it, and he's already said, "I like him. He works hard." He's hinting, and I think if the Glazers are here and we've got no money, he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay.
Same with Sabitzer, bro. I don't want to see that guy back either, man. No loan players, bro. Rule number 1 of football: never fall in love with the loan player. Stop signing loan players. Enough is enough.
Speaking of loan players, Jack Butland is just collecting free money at this point because
he's living a life, bro.
They sent him and Maguire to that school in Manchester. I tell you, I'd be fuming. I'd be so mad.
Oh God, you guys are too much. You guys are too much. But listen, midday kickoff tomorrow. We'll see, what happens. Big up to everyone. Anyways, big up to Double A for joining. Double A's channel link is in the chat as well. Make sure you go check out his channel. Make sure you go and check out Griggs as well, and as well as Griggs, make sure you check out Kudus as well. Griggs's Twitter is there. Griggs Talks. You know what? I condone and second you guys cooking Griggs. Go and cook it. I like mine a bit, just not burnt, but not, I like it well done. Make him well done. So there's his Twitter. Go and cook this guy, grill him, bake him, whatever you need to do.
For and what? Kudus, why? Why am I getting cooked? Well,
I don't know.
What's this reason? It's just nice. I know I get cooked on Twitter. I get cooked on Twitter every day. What's the reason today? Look,
I just enjoy.
Is it because I said Beth was right about the hair? Is that why you want me to get cooked?
Whoa. David De Gea.
Well, nah, she's right. She was spitting, bro. She was spitting facts. She gets
New contract loaded.
She gets it. Nah, she gets it, bro. Yo, she needs to keep fighting the good fight. She needs to keep fighting the good fight. It is a fight that we will win one day. Today might not be the day, but one day we will win that fight.
Let me go. You guys are too much. David De Gea, numero uno.
And I see you posting this guy doing a little nice touch off of that pass. Nah. But you think you're slick, bro.
Edison probably dream of that pass to Anthony. Let me tell you.
Tomorrow when David is doing this, look, when David is doing it, I'll be there. I'll be clipping it. I'll be sending it and sharing it, everyone. I'll be sharing it everywhere. You saw what I did. I wake up every morning and I decide to do this with Twitter. I do this. I just go and stir the pot with Twitter and wait till tomorrow after tomorrow's game. Watch what I do
And after
tomorrow
stirring the
with
pot, he
Twitter.
goes away and just
Big up
leaves
to
a
Glanster
slow
with the
cook.
super chat says he in over David here.
Oh
I'm not
my
even
gosh.
thank you for the
Full,
super
full
chat,
troll
but
mode.
no
So
thank you as well. Because no, that is disrespectful. That is disrespectful. But yeah, big up to everyone. Ronald, thank you for joining as well. But sorry, we're wrapping up the stream at this point. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Make sure the latest members, if you want to become part of the members group chat, just drop me a DM on Twitter at Planet Faz, and I will add you to the members only group chat. As always, thank you very much to Double A for joining. Make sure you go and check out his channel, Talking Kit, as well. Lot of kit talk, retro, vintage, new school, next school, the future kits coming out. All of the stuff is on his channel, and obviously Manchester United stuff as well. Make sure you go and check out Griggs. He talks a lot of crap, a lot of fucking crap, with a sprinkle of facts and a sprinkle of good stuff. But a lot
Only
of time
facts.
is
No,
just
I only speak
dead
facts.
David
No
De Gea
regrets. Nothing. Nothing.
See,
But sometimes
no.
sometimes I do like.
Let me give you the introduction you deserve. How about this? He talks a lot of shit with a lot of sweetness. Sometimes it's just a lot of David De Gea BS, but then a lot
Bro,
of times it's good.
I only speak in facts, absolutes, and sometimes a little troll.
Oh, his Wi-Fi is gone. This is how God.
Now I'm
works.
here. Now I'm here.
His Wi-Fi is gone. Big up to Kudus as
Sky,
well,
bro.
who's been a member of the channel for a long time. I appreciate you, Kudus, as always. And obviously, big shout out to Ronald Jacob for donating another 5 memberships. We've got 10 memberships today on this stream. Thank you very much, Ronald. Unfortunately, we're wrapping up the stream, or else it would be lovely to bring you on and we could have a long conversation, but we've kept the stream going half an hour over than I actually planned it. Big up to everyone for staying, but big up to Rajat for becoming the latest member. Rajat, who's been on the channel for a while now, always supporting. Welcome to the members only community. Big up to Pyramid Scheme, again, who's been on the channel for a long time. Big up to Abdi Welly, again, who's been on the channel for a long time. King of PL and Ed as well. Welcome to the residency. If you guys want to join the members only group chat, all you have to do is just drop me a DM. But with that being said, peace, love, and guidance. Tomorrow I shall see you with the regular content as standard, and you'll see me on the fan forum on United Stand as well. But I'm out. Thank you guys. Peace.